Now on CoastTV News.
President Biden urges Americans to defend democracy in a D-Day speech.
End of the burger battle, McDonald's gets the green light to open in Milton after years of debate.
An Ocean City canine pawing his way back on duty. We'll show you this pup's inspiring recovery.
And after a pretty looking scary false alarm from yesterday's bad weather, this weekend's outlook is looking promising with wonderful weekend weather.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Biden calls for democracy. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with President Biden returning to Normandy to commemorate the 80th anniversary of D-Day.
During his speech, he praised the bravery of U.S. soldiers during World War II and urged modern Americans to continue the legacy of those who fought to protect freedom. NBC's Bree Jackson tells us more about his return to Normandy.
Against a historic backdrop of Pointe du Hoc, where U.S. Army Rangers scaled the cliffs on D-Day, President Biden honoring the sacrifices made there 80 years ago.
How are these Americans willing to risk everything, dare everything, and give everything?
The president highlighting the heroic actions U.S. soldiers took then and calling on Americans to protect democracy today.
American democracy asks the hardest of things, to believe that we're part of something bigger than ourselves.
The commander-in-chief also drawing parallels between the pivotal battle during World War II and Ukraine's current fight against Russia. President Biden meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky earlier in the day and announcing a new $225 million military assistance package, while also apologizing for the delay in aid to Ukraine, saying Republicans are to blame.
We count on your continuing support and standing with us, shoulder to shoulder.
Some Republicans have criticized sending more money overseas instead of using it on domestic issues like illegal immigration, a top issue for voters ahead of the 2024 election. Former President Trump, the presumptive GOP nominee, railed against Biden's executive action this week, setting asylum limits at the southern border.
He's totally lost control over the border, and it's a really dangerous place.
President Biden sending a message about the fight for freedom at home and abroad while facing a tough battle for re-election. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
U.S. officials say a temporary pier in Gaza built to facilitate shipments of aid in the region that's now been reattached to the beach. Now, the pier was damaged by severe weather 2 weeks ago, and it halted those important deliveries. IDF engineers have anchored the pier into the beach with U.S. boots on the ground in Gaza to complete that work. Now the structure has been repaired. Officials are expecting U.S. Central Command. They say that shipments will resume, quote, in the coming days, unquote. The goal will be to deliver 500,000 pounds of aid over the beach per day initially, and then to grow that over time.
Back here at home, the Golden Arches are coming to Milton. The Milton Town Council came to a unanimous decision to put the McDonald's here on the corner of the Union Street extension and Route 16. This project was first proposed back in October 2022. Site plans for the project show the McDonald's will have a drive-through and 39 parking spaces. But one local says this intersection and highway are already too busy.
I can't imagine something else being there and trying to move around that too. So I would say if they were to put something there, then they would have to fix the intersection first so we can move around just a little bit.
The construction timeline is yet to be determined.
This good dog goes by the name Smoke, and he deserves all the pets he can get. Smoke is a part of the canine unit in Ocean City, but since early March, this brave pup has been missing in action due to an injury. It happened during a training exercise. Smoke ran down a decoy in a bite suit, but when Smoke jumped at the decoy, he jammed his front left leg so badly that it actually required surgery. Erica Rode, who has been Smoke's handler for 6 years, says it's only a matter of time before her partner suits up again.
He was in a splint and soft cast for the last 8 weeks. He just got that cast off on Wednesday. So now we're just taking it day by day, allowing his leg to fully recover.
Rhode is excited to get her partner back so the two of them can help keep the peace and maybe even go fetch a few criminals.
We are taking a live look outside into Cambridge. It's definitely hot out there, so let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our First Alert weather tonight. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. And because it's still hot, that's evidence that that cold front has yet to push through. And because it lagged behind, well, our storms didn't explode as they could have, which is actually a good thing. So we wouldn't have to worry about anybody getting hurt. Take a look at our Bay Health camera in Dover. We're staying very clear right now, but look at how warm. We're at 86 degrees right now, but the dew point temperature has dropped dramatically down into the 40s, so we're not so juiced in the atmosphere this time around, even though the front has yet to push through. Temperatures are going to settle into the mid-70s by the 9 o'clock hour. We started off this morning at 66 degrees in Georgetown and Salisbury. The starting point was 71 degrees in Ocean City. And here's a look at our live radar. We're looking very, very nice, totally clear as far as any kind of precipitation or cloud cover is concerned. Coming up, we're going to talk about why didn't those storms show up like they were supposed to, and why it was much better news yesterday than what we were initially thinking, and will that happen again? Charlie?
Thank you, Paul. Today, Maryland officials joined the White House National Climate Advisory and the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management to mark a key development in the efforts of the federal government and the state of Maryland to maximize offshore wind energy development in the central Atlantic Ocean. In a statement today, Governor Wes Moore said, quote, Maryland is serious about offshore wind, not just because of what it means for our environment, but also because of what it means for our economy, unquote.
Get this, the Orange Crush is one of the go-to drinks during the summer season in Delaware's coastal communities, right? And now it could be in position to receive official recognition. On Thursday, Representative Pete Schwarzkopf, who represents Lewis, Rehoboth Beach, and Dewey Beach, introduced House Bill 444 that would make the Orange Crush the state cocktail. The bill is now being reviewed by the House Administration Committee. We have some more details and the history of this famous drink on our website.
And you know what? What a great time to check out on our Coast TV poll. We want to know what Delaware drink should be on that list.
Do you think it's the Orange Crush? Let's look. It looks like the majority here actually say local craft beer. That's at 53% of the vote, though Orange Crush in second place right now at 39%.
And we also have coffee and tea. Now, if you haven't voted for this yet, and this is the first time we've run the poll this evening, you can do it at CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app. Coming up, why even more Red Lobster restaurants are shutting the doors.
And we take a look at our Bay forecast. We're looking for some sunshine for tomorrow with a few lake clouds in Cambridge and in Crisfield. We'll have your full forecast coming up.
Concerts, crafts, celebration, and ceremonies. Coming up, I'll show you where you can find the coolest things to do this weekend.
Since 1964, Tidewater Utilities has been providing high-quality water service that's essential to public health and quality of life. The Tidewater team are local, trusted experts who are continuously investing in infrastructure and monitoring water quality to ensure it meets the highest standards. We're in your community, making sure water is there when you need it. I'm Bruce Patrick, President of Tidewater Utilities. Thank you for helping make Tidewater Southern Delaware's premier water company for over 60 years. We look forward to continuing to serve you.
The dog days of summer are discount days at Johnny Janosic. Save up to 50% store-wide, plus an extra 10% off everything, including clearance items, and 36-month special financing. Get this triple reclining sofa or double reclining sofa with drop-down table, only $899.95, and special introductory pricing on Kingsdown mattresses starting at just $599.95. Shop the dog days of summer clearance sale, going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Patty was driving home from the grocery store thinking about what to make for dinner. Carl was driving home from the sports bar having had 3 shots of whiskey and a pitcher of beer. Unfortunately, when the light turned red, Carl didn't notice and crashed into Patty, sending her to the hospital. Patty fought for her life. We fought for her justice. Folks, if you've been injured in a car accident, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Charmed by Lewis. Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
R&L Liquors, your beach destination. Bourbon, spirits, fine wines, and expanded craft beer selection. Award-winning On the Rocks bottled, ready-to-drink cocktails are here.
Josephine Kier Rug and Home for over 36 years. Find unique carpets, fine art, home accessories, furniture, and a great source for design. Sticky bun, 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 and sometimes a chicken salad sandwich. Lewis Bake Shop. Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Looking for some weekend fun on Delmarva? We've got a lineup of exciting events to make your days brighter and your nights unforgettable. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner shows us the cool things to do this weekend.
Summer concert season is back, plus there's live music at outdoor events all along the coast. In addition to musical celebrations, there are moving ceremonies coming to the coast. Thursday was the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion. At 11 a.m. on Saturday, a ceremony in Fort Miles will honor 40 Delawareans who lost their lives during the Battle of Normandy in 1944. A ship's bell will be tolled after the name of each soldier is read. The Mir Institute is holding a World Ocean Day event, starting with a beach cleanup at 8 a.m. Saturday, followed by arts, crafts, displays, and films. Saturday afternoon, the Milton Theater will host the Milton Pride Fest, which has a Mardi Gras theme this year. No tickets are needed to enjoy the live music, food trucks, and vendors. Charlie Sakaitis and Petey the Peacock will be in attendance. The Ocean City Grand Prix Powerboat Race is this weekend, featuring racing teams from around the world. Also on the water in OC, Red Bull Foam Wreckers Soft Top Surf will be in town on Saturday. Surfers can only use foam or soft top surfboards. Rehoboth Beach Main Street's Margarita Crawl will take attendees through more than 20 bars and restaurants. The Paradise Grill and Beach and Bash are hosting the Sunrise Fest on Saturday with a raffle to win this Taylor Swift fully authenticated signed guitar. Beavers, Bison, and Bears, oh my! The 70th anniversary gala is Saturday night. The Salisbury Zoo will be closed that day. Head out to Sandhill Fields for the Georgetown Library's summer reading kickoff party. While the event celebrates reading, there will be face painting, an outdoor movie, and balloon animals. Crafts and cupcakes will be for sale at the Cheer Community Center in Georgetown on Saturday. Local artisans and business owners are gathering for the June Bloom Craft and Vendor Festival. It's National Garden Week. Stop by Elmer's Market in Georgetown to celebrate the second Sunday of the month with vendors and food trucks. And women can practice their self-defense at Dewey Beer in Harbison Sunday morning. Donations go to the Coalition Against Domestic Violence in Delaware. Party like it's 793. The Brimminghorn Meadery is hosting its annual Mead, Metal, and Viking Festival all weekend long. It's a free event that takes place at the Milton Meadery on Route 9. Head to the Bethany Beach Bandstand for the Songwriter Showcase, The Local Connection, with performances through Sunday. Plus, weekly movie screenings are back at the bandstand Monday nights at dusk through August. The next one up is The Little Mermaid 2023. Get ready for Rocking the Docks in Lewis. Nationally touring artists are coming to the Lewis Ferry Grounds starting June 12th. I'll be emceeing select concerts throughout the summer. Dogfish Head's Milton Brewery is transforming into a music venue with a record fair. The Analog A-Go-Go Festival is on Saturday with 5 guest breweries and live music on tap. By the way, full disclosure, a board member for Coast TV's parent company, Draper Media, is a co-founder of Dogfish Head. Check out the Cool Things to Do article on CoastTV.com for a full guide to all of these events.
Coast TV, winner of AP's Outstanding News Operation.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community with a gift from a trusted family-owned and operated jewelry store for over 45 years. Just minutes from the beach, the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
At FH Fur, we know that a dripping faucet isn't just a nuisance. It's your home crying for help. That's why we say no to dispatch fees and goodbye to diagnostic charges. With our Get a Plumber in Your Home for Free promise, we focus on what really matters, solving your plumbing woes. Whether it's a stubborn clog, a running toilet, or a water heater on the fritz, we bring knowledge, experience, and professionalism right to your doorstep, free.
Call Fur. FHFur.com.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community with a gift from a trusted family-owned and operated jewelry store for over 45 years. Just minutes from the beach, the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
Charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Eclectic Style, a curated collection to inspire. Estate jewelry, furniture, decor, art.
Mitten Needle Medical Aesthetics, offering injectables and innovative aesthetic procedures, a full suite of treatments and skincare that cater to your uniqueness.
Harbor Restaurant for canal front dining. Great waterfront views and fabulous food in downtown Lewis.
Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Yesterday at this time, we were concerned about severe weather. The National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm watch, and thunderstorms were firing off well towards the south of Sussex, but it didn't quite reach us. So why? We'll talk about that, and also why this weekend's weather is going to be absolutely excellent. All right, so our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera in Laurel going to go from the 80s into the 70s by 8 o'clock and 76 by 9 o'clock with partly cloudy skies. So let's get to the nitty-gritty here. What happened yesterday? Well, there was delayed development, so the storms, when they finally came into fruition, they formed over the Atlantic, over the water instead of the land. Also, we had some upper-level influence that steered the storms to our south instead of directly hitting us in Sussex County. It migrated more so down towards Ocean City and in that area. And last but not least, the cold front that could have added a little oomph to it and gave us all the severe weather we wanted, it stopped short of where it was supposed to go yesterday. So when the National Weather Service issued the severe weather watch, we followed suit as we legally are supposed to. And then Mother Nature said, nah, forget about it. But that's how it happens sometimes. So I decided to go ahead and pull the radar and go back in time. This is Thursday from yesterday. So you see how this cold front, now watch this. This is going to buckle. You see that buckling right there? That's evidence that things stopped jiving from a meteorological and mathematical standpoint. So if everything would have worked out as it should, that front would have pushed through right on through and would have created all the storms, and we would have our full plate of storms. But as that began to push through, steering winds, and then we had the buckling and the short stopping of that front, and so it was delayed in pushing through, and by the time it began to push through, the storms fired off over the water instead of over us. A couple of folks wanted to write in about it, and I wanted to go ahead and give you that honest dissertation of what happened yesterday. Now, what's happening here? This is easy stuff here. We have a small craft advisory, not a problem. We're going to stay clear right now. We're not even seeing much of a chance. In fact, we're warmer now than we were yesterday at this time. Evidence that we haven't had the full effect of the cooler air. Temperatures are in the 80s, but the dew point temperatures have dropped to the 50s instead of the 70s. So we pulled all that moisture out of the atmosphere, even though the temps are still elevated. So we've dropped down to muggy, down to comfy going into this weekend. So for the highs tomorrow, we're in the 80s in Georgetown and Millsboro, for example. 82 in Vienna and in Cambridge, for example. And 82 in Berlin with mostly sunny skies throughout the entire Delmarva area. If you're doing your gardening, do you need to water your garden for the next few days in a row? Absolutely, because we're not expecting much in the way of rain. We're expecting a small blip of rain on Sunday, and we're going to show you that anomaly in a moment. So Saturday morning, we're clear in 60s. Saturday afternoon, we're looking at temperatures in the 80s. Sunday, we start off clear, but by Sunday afternoon, right around 4:30, we start seeing spot showers begin to flare up. Now, we're looking for the same situation to our south, but even more so. So as we go from Saturday until, let's say, Sunday morning, we start off sunny, but then watch on Sunday afternoon by 5 o'clock. This is one of the models that's indicating we have widespread scattered showers. We'll see if that indeed comes into play, because it's only one model that's reflecting that anomaly. And that's why you have to watch us every newscast instead of just one. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration extended forecast.
After over 4 decades of spinning the wheel, we reflect on the incredible career of the man behind the wheel. Tonight is going to be Pat Sajak's last show.
Pat Sajak has been a household name for over 41 years. Here's a look at Pat's remarkable career on Wheel of Fortune.
My name is Pat Sajak, and I've been fortunate enough to wander onto the set of a very successful program. Welcome to Wheel of Fortune, a big day for us around here.
When I first met Vanna, she was so nervous, but she got over it.
Well, we're in New York, we're in Houston, Waikiki, Croatia, Costa Rica.
Wheels on a world tour. My mom was on this show in 1977. On that show, she won a trip where she met my father. Without this show, I would not be alive today.
There we go. You better go shopping for that dog.
It's our biggest payday yet. $1 billion.
I love Wheel of Fortune. We've shared a lot of
laughs
and a lot of
memories. See what's next.
Tonight, make sure to join us in celebrating Pat Sajak right here at 7 on Coast TV.
Coming up, we'll tell you what lifestyle changes could help with Alzheimer's symptoms. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
The dog days of summer are discount days at Johnny Janosic. Save up to 50% store-wide, plus an extra 10% off everything, including clearance items, and 36-month special financing. Get this triple reclining sofa or double reclining sofa with drop-down table, only $899.95, and special introductory pricing on Kingsdown mattresses starting at just $599.95. Shop the Dog Days of Summer clearance sale, going on now at Johnny Janosic.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Introducing Signatures, the most unique restaurant and event venue at the beach, showcasing exceptional and stunning views of our golf course. Sit back with a local craft brew after your round at one of our indoor or outdoor bars. Meet up with your friends and enjoy a game of bocce by the fire pits, or play a game of golf, football, soccer, or any game of your choosing in our glass enclosed simulator. Open to the public in Bayside, Fenwick Island, Delaware.
Summer means Beat the Peak season for Delaware Electric Cooperative members. Our co-op issues Beat the Peak alerts when the cost of energy is highest. During peak alerts, we ask members to voluntarily conserve energy, lowering our overall cost for power. Download our Beat the Peak app to receive alerts when it's time to save. If you own a programmable thermostat or electric vehicle, you could also receive billing credits when you conserve. DEC's rates are the lowest in the region. Beat the Peak and help us keep energy costs affordable.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
I'm proud of you, son. Thanks, Dad. That means a lot. This home wouldn't be possible without the foundational life lessons you taught me. Call Dry Zone. What? To protect your crawl space. This is Delmarva, son. Just like your life, your home's foundation needs a dry crawl space. Call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
In health news, a new study is giving Alzheimer's patients and their families a little bit of hope. A randomized, controlled clinical trial used lifestyle interventions based around eating well, moving more, stressing less, and loving more. The study divided 51 people into 2 random groups. One group consumed a vegan diet, did daily aerobic exercise, practiced stress reduction, and engaged in online support groups, and the other group did none of that. After 5 months, 10 people saw improvement in their thinking skills. The rest in the second group stayed the same.
Heading to consumer news, in May, some U.S. workers saw their pay grow at a faster pace. For the first time in months, average pay last month was $34.91 per hour. That's up 14 cents from April, or 0.4%. Compared to a year ago, average hourly pay was up 4.1% last month. While this is great news for workers, it also points to some underlying inflationary pressure. Higher labor costs could be passed on to consumers, raising prices.
Red Lobster has identified the locations that are in danger of shutting down if a court approves its plan following bankruptcy. The company said it had more than $1 billion in debt and less than $30 million in cash on hand. The chain plans to sell its businesses to its lenders in return for financing to keep operating. Part of the plan is to close some of its nearly 600 restaurants. It is unclear if any of the Delaware locations are going to be impacted.
The Federal Trade Commission is planning to use a rarely enforced law from the Great Depression to allege America's largest alcohol distributor is unfairly pricing wine and spirits. A source familiar with the matter said an FTC lawsuit against Southern Glazer's Wine and Spirits would aim to lower alcohol costs. The company operates in 44 states with one location in Newcastle. This case represents the latest effort by the Biden administration regulators to show they are taking action to lower costs for consumers and take on dominant companies. The lawsuit could come in the next few weeks. CoastTV News at 5 will be right back.
The dog days of summer are discount days at Johnny Janosic. Save up to 50% store-wide, plus an extra 10% off everything, including clearance items, and 36-month special financing. Get this triple reclining sofa or double reclining sofa with drop-down table, only $899.95, and special introductory pricing on Kingsdown mattresses starting at just $599.95. Shop the dog days of summer clearance sale, going on now at Johnny Janosic.
America's favorite car show makes its Dover debut with cool cars, cool people, and good time. It's the first ever Good Guys First Grundy Insurance Mid-Atlantic National, and it's all happening this weekend at Dover Motor Speedway. Check out over 2,000 of the Northeast's baddest classics on display. And don't miss Good Guys CPP Autocross racing action, a tire smoke and burnout competition, Nitro Thunderfest, a huge swap meet and vendor midway, live music, and so much more. And it's all going down this weekend at Dover Motor Speedway. Get details at good-guys.com.
Each patient is unique. No two are exactly alike.
They have different concerns, different goals. That's why we have every treatment option available.
Invisalign, Smiles Correct,
traditional braces. They have an entire team of specialists.
We get your x-rays
and 3D scans.
The doctors talked with me and explained everything.
And then we know what treatment will work best.
Invisalign was right for me. Smiles Correct worked great for me. Braces were right for me.
Every option. Tillman Orthodontics in Salisbury and Berlin.
Be charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Lewis Gourmet and Puzzles, 30 years supporting the community. Eat extraordinary with local and global specialty foods and inspire your brain with jigsaws and more.
Breathe in the essence of spring at Floral Inspirations. Discover vibrant blooms and charming gifts for every occasion.
Or just come in for the smell of it.
Nectar Cafe. Breakfast and lunch, fresh squeezed juices, espresso, cocktails, amazing omelets, healthy salads, hearty sandwiches, Lewis and Millsboro.
Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
Is a kitchen remodel on your to-do list?
Paul Davis offers an easy 3-step kitchen refacing solution. Step 1, we bring the showroom to you. Step 2, we give you the exact price that day. Step 3, our certified installers complete it in days, not weeks.
A revitalized kitchen without the disruption.
At half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel.
In the style and color you've always wanted. Last chance to get 20% off your new kitchen, plus a free trash can pull-out or no payments until 2025.
Call Paul Davis today or visit our showroom.
This is The View, courtesy of our gutter helmet camera. We're going to drop to 76 by 9 o'clock. We're clear for right now, and if you need an update on your weather, you can call our line. Sponsored by Baird Mandalis, Broadstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. No rain.
Looking good to me, Paul. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.